Murder most foul. Giant rubber duck bursts in Taiwan. CNN. A giant yellow duck on display at Taiwan's Keelung Port is finding little to be happy about this New Year's Day. The famed 18-meter inflatable art installation, created by Dutch artist Florentin Hofmann, burst and deflated on Tuesday, leaving locals shocked and disappointed. The duck's demise came only 11 days after it arrived in Keelung City Harbor, the latest in a multi-city Taiwan tour for the celebrity bird. There are multiple theories as to what led to the New Year's Eve tragedy. Murder most foul. According to Taiwan media reports, one tourist claims she saw what looked like an eagle scratch the rubber duck with its talons. If that's indeed the case, jealousy could very well have been the motivation behind the unprovoked attack. Meanwhile, a meteorologist speculates an unseasonal dust of sunshine may have overheated the duck, disrupting its internal pressure after weeks of cold, rainy conditions, leading to its rupture. We want to apologize to the fans of the yellow rubber duck, said Keelung City Council Speaker Huang Qingta, while addressing media. We haven't found the cause of the burst. We will carefully examine the duck to determine the cause. Fortunately for fans, the city says it plans to borrow another copy of the floating art installation, due to be installed by Saturday at the earliest. A turbulent past. Versions of the famous duck have previously taken up temporary residence in cities all over the world, including Beijing, Osaka, Sydney, Sao Paulo, and Amsterdam. After stirring up a craze in Hong Kong in May and June, followed by a 2-month stint in Beijing, the 18-meter inflatable duck arrived in Taiwan in September. It was docked at Kaohsiung City until October 20th, before floating to Taoyuan, then its recent spot in Keelung in northern Taiwan. Thursday's deflation is the latest in a string of unfortunate duck-related incidents. In May of 2013, Hong Kong's version of the giant duck mysteriously lost its mojo one night, leaving its deflated yellow shell bobbing lifelessly in Victoria Harbour. In late October, the Taoyuan version deflated then exploded during an attempt to re-inflate it. In 2009, during a port call in Belgium, it was stapled 42 times by a vandal. We don't know why the person did it, artist Hofmann said in an earlier interview with CNN. But the incident brought the people of that town together. The community had a stake out at night and protected it, and even the police looked after it. It shows that this piece of art means a lot to people in the vicinity of this work. There is another news. El Salvador's Chapultepec volcano erupts for first time in 37 years. CNN. El Salvador's Chapultepec volcano erupted Sunday, sending a dark cloud of ash miles into the sky, forcing thousands to evacuate from their homes and snarling travel in the Central American country as airlines canceled flights. We are not certain there will be new eruptions, but we can't rule out that possibility either. President Mauricio Funes said in a televised address, urging residents near the volcano in the department of San Miguel to leave their homes and head to shelters. According to the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, the eruption began at 10:30 a.m. and produced a column of gas, an age approximately 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles high. Authorities warn residents not to approach the area near the volcano, which is located in eastern El Salvador. The international airport in San Salvador, the capital, redirected some flights to other airports, including in Guatemala, to avoid the age. Avianca Airlines announced Sunday night that it had cancelled 33 flights scheduled to arrive and depart from El Salvador as a precautionary measure due to the age cloud. Iberia and United Airlines also canceled flights that had been scheduled to arrive in San Salvador Sunday night. This is the first eruption of Chapultepec in 37 years. There is another news. Helicopter rescue plan for sheep stranded in Antarctic. CNN. As the 74 people on a climate change research ship stuck in the ice in Antarctica readied for New Year's Eve festivities, authorities revealed plans to send in a rescue helicopter. The Russian-flagged MV Academic Shokalasky has not moved in a week since getting stuck in unusually thick ice on Christmas. The people on board say they are holding up fairly well. The group on the ship is incredibly collegiate, said Alok Jha, a science correspondent for the Guardian newspaper, told Anderson Cooper 360. There are a lot of skills and things people are sharing with each other. Chris Thurney, an Australian professor of climate change at the University of New South Wales, said there are regular briefings on the status of rescue attempts, and in the meantime, people are doing what they can to keep busy. That includes yoga and Spanish classes, Juha and Turney said. Turney said it was raining hard Monday, and visibility was deteriorating. The forecast for the next 24 hours called for more of the same. Officials said a helicopter from a nearby Chinese ship will be used in the airlift, but rescuers must wait for conditions to improve. In preparation, crew members of the Akademik Sokolovsky have marked a spot on the ice where the helicopter can land. The Australian Maritime Safety Authority said the helicopter, which can transport 12 people each trip, will take the ship's 52 passengers, who include the research team and journalists, to the Chinese icebreaker 谢龙, an Australian icebreaker, which tried unsuccessfully to reach the research vessel, will send a barge to pick them up. The 22 crew members of the Akademik Sokolovsky will stay abroad, the Maritime Agency said. People are sort of seeing the end in sight and just keeping morale up, Cherney told CNN. It's New Year's Eve tonight, so there are all sorts of plans. That includes the singing of an original song written by one of the passengers and dancing, Joa said. And there may be good spirits, both emotional and alcoholic, Joa and Cherney said. The Akademik Sokolovsky passengers said it wasn't a bad place to be stuck. The scenery is beautiful. Penguins have been walking up to the ship and sniffing around, checking out their new neighbors. Close, but no rescue. The expedition to gauge the effect of climate change on the region began on November 27th. The second and current leg of the trip started on December 8th and was scheduled to include with a return to New Zealand on January 4th. The vessel got stuck in the ice 15 days after setting out on the second leg. Cherney said the ship was surrounded by ice up to nearly 10 feet, 3 meters thick. It was about 100 nautical miles east of the French-based Dumont d'Urville, which is about 1,500 nautical miles south of Hobart, Tasmania. On Christmas morning, the ship sent a satellite distress signal after conditions failed to clear. The Australian icebreaker Aurora Australis suspended efforts early Monday to reach the expedition because of bad weather. The ship got within 10 nautical miles but then turned back. The attempt by the Australian icebreaker followed one by the Xie Long, or Snow Dragon, which was 6 nautical miles from the trapped vessel when it couldn't get any closer because of the ice. It returned to open water and remained in the area to provide support, said Andrea Hayward-Meher, a spokeswoman for the Maritime Authority.